Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to compare and contrast against the mage class and the melee class. I'm going to go over which one's easier to use, which one is easier to get the equipment for, which one is more fun to play, and just how I feel about it all together. So I'm going to start off by saying that take this with a grain of salt. It all depends on your playstyle. Because at the end, I'm going to go over which one I think is the best and which one is my favorite in my personal opinion. So I'm going to start off with mage. If I remember correctly, and bear with me, I have to remember like 6 months ago, almost a whole year ago, about when I very first came up with the idea that I'm going to play as a straight mage. Because that's the first one I did. So I played as a mage. I remember getting some of the stuff was really difficult, like getting the tools that I needed, the weapons I needed, and just all this other stuff that I required, and it was really difficult at first. The early game is super difficult, but then after you defeat, I can't remember who, but after you defeat like one boss, everything gets so much easier, up until Moonlord, of course. But it was just, I really liked it because I liked going and getting the materials so that I could go and do everything that I needed to. I also really enjoyed being, further away from the boss, but being able to be close to the boss if I really needed to. I liked having the distance. The armor wasn't great, and the tools sometimes weren't the best, but I did get to go to a lot of really cool places, and I had to figure out how to get from point A to point B without raging too much, which was a really difficult task for me, because I was like, okay, I'm done. I've fought the Wall of Flesh 17 times. Each time he's at 300 hearts and or 300 health, and I can't kill him. I'm done. Man, those were some interesting times. But altogether, I really did like mage. So if you like playing further away from the boss, being further from the action, mage is definitely the way to go. Melee, on the other hand, you have to go freaking everywhere. Getting materials early on for the melee class is actually really good, right? Like that progression is super easy. Go straight to the jungle, get the blade of grass, and you are pretty much set for all of pre-hard mode. It's amazing. And then you can go and do these different bosses and get these different weapons, and then you can go and get the Knight's Edge. And then when you get the Knight's Edge, you take out Wall of Flesh, which takes like 2 minutes. Like it's super easy. I love it. Of course, you're more tanky as a melee player. You're more tanky. You can take more hits, but you're also right there, right next to the boss, constantly. Which yes, can be fun, but at the same time, it's a little scary, especially when you keep getting like knocked back, and you're like, no wait, I need to be right here. This is where I need to be. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get into the hang of playing as a melee class sometimes. But I really enjoyed the progression of the melee class. I loved just speeding straight through the jungle and being able to get all the weapons that I needed and go everywhere. Didn't matter where I needed to be, I could be there. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, got the Blade of Grass, went straight for Eye of Cthulhu, killed Eye of Cthulhu, went for Brain of Cthulhu, killed the Brain of Cthulhu. Then it was straight to, I think, Queen Bee. Right after Queen Bee, it was straight to what's his name? Skeletron. But it felt easy, right? Yes, I did have some hurdles that I needed to get through, because you have swords, you have boomerangs, and then you also have yo-yos for melee. And melee allows you to be further away, whereas swords, you need to be closer, and then boomerangs, it's kind of like yo-yos, you can be further away. But it all depends on how you like to play. Personally, I really, really loved the mage class. Not only because it was difficult and it required me to think outside of the box to get some materials, but I don't know, just playing as a mage felt a lot more fun. Because I really don't know how to explain it. I feel like the mage endgame weapons are just so overpowered. Of course, you have the Zenith, which is like end game, which is super overpowered too. And the Terrorblade, which is super overpowered. But I don't know, I felt like playing as a mage, you had some really good endgame weapons that are just so lovable. Like Razorblade Typhoon. Oh my gosh, I love Razorblade Typhoon. That is literally the best weapon in my opinion. It is one of the best mage weapons in my opinion, because you can just sit there and it's like a homing and it goes. Before they nerfed it, it was one of the best things. It was so fast, it would go and like zoom all the way. I know I'm like making noises and have no representation, but it was amazing. I love Razorblade Typhoon. It was one of my most favorite weapons. I can't believe they nerfed it, and then they changed the Terrorblade, which was unfortunate too, because Terrorblade was also one of those really, really fun ones. Until they nerfed it. They nerfed it and they changed it. I didn't like the change or the nerf, but I can't do anything about it. Yes, Mage is difficult to get started and is very infuriating early game, but after a little bit, you get used to it, and you're like, okay, how did I mess up? I messed up somewhere. This is my fault. What can I do differently? You know? So I just feel like playing as a mage definitely does make you think, oh, what did I do wrong? As a player, what did I do? It's kind of like what I'm experiencing right now as I play the Summoner, and I think I finally figured out how to get past where I'm at by just talking about this right now, which is actually amazing. When you can do that, you know that you know the game just a little bit more. Now, because I feel like I don't know the game enough, but now that I talk about it and I'm like, oh yeah, you messed up as a player, I'm like, okay, where did I mess? And I know exactly where I messed up. I keep blaming the game, but I need to blame myself a little bit on that one. So after this, maybe I can go play that, and I can't wait. Because I think I figured out how to do both the ranged class and the summoner class, which is the two classes that I stopped playing summoner because I couldn't figure out how to do it, and then I went to ranger, and then I got bored playing ranger because I'm like, what now? You know? Because I beat 2 bosses, and I haven't beat one of the other bosses, but I'm kind of like, what now? I think I figured it out for both of those. I think I know how to do both of those now. And I'm super excited because I actually was getting super frustrated with not knowing how to do the summoner today. So I'm glad that allowing me to talk to you guys about it has been great. My camera is about to die, so I just want to say overall, my favorite was Mage. And if you don't agree, let me know down in the comments below. Also, we're about to hit 300 subscribers. Last I checked, we were 2 subscribers away. It would help me out a lot if you subscribed. You don't have to. My goal is to hit 500 subscribers before January 23rd of 2024. But again, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.